The following video contains personal stories of Indigenous people who have experienced homelessness. Drug use, violence, foster care, residential school, and recounting traumatic experiences are discussed. Residential school survivors, their families, and Indigenous people dealing with intergenerational trauma can access mental health and crisis supports through the Indian Residential School Survivors Society at 1-800-721-0066. Others affected by this content can call 310 Mental Health at 310-6789.
So the tattoo for me is to honor my grandmothers and my grandfathers. So these are mountains, and so for me it signifies the amount, the horrific journey that they took. That is residential school, Indian hospitals, and all of that, and survived. And so I honor them with my tattoo. Because I never lived with my family, the one thing that I always understand is that I do walk with the wisdom of my grandmothers and grandfathers. I've been homeless since I was 9 months old. My mother took me to the hospital because I was sick. This was in Vancouver. And like any good mother, that's what you do when your child is sick, you take him to the hospital. And it was St. Paul's Hospital in Vancouver. I look at the hospital today and I visualize my mother taking me in there. And what happened was the nurses, I don't know if the nuns were there, I don't know who was there, but they looked at my mother because my mother was Indigenous and just looked at her and said, "I'm sorry." And they took me out of her arms. And she had to leave the hospital without me in her arms. And thus began my journey of living in foster care. I am Kwakwakiwak. My mother and my grandfather are from Alert Bay, so in Alert Bay we say Gela Kesla. My name is Bernice Camano. I am from the Kwakwakiwak people, Hawaiian. My great-grandfather was Hawaiian, thus the name Camano. And my granny, whom I'm named after, is Musqueam from Coast Salish. And then on my father's side, he's Halsik, and so I'm from the Humchit family from Bella Bella. So that's who I am.
Good medicine is more than tangible services. It is the intangible love of saying hello, going for coffee, chatting over a cigarette, or crying over the loss of a child. Indigenous outreach workers like Bernice bring humanity to the streets for Indigenous persons.
I can walk down the street and see someone and say, "Let's go for lunch." And we go and have a beautiful lunch. Or, they come into my office and sit down and we can cry together for 2 hours. I don't have any kind of special training. I just have my heart, my understanding, and the compassion for the work that I do, and honor the people that trust me enough to come through my door and share with me. That's probably the biggest piece that I have, is that people trust me and care about me and we laugh and cry together, and that means the world to me. I never thought that I would ever be sitting here in front of you talking about the work that I do, but I'm so honored. As I say, I honor my grandmothers and grandfathers for giving me the strength to do the work that I do.
We're all part of the web of interconnections, and this means that change is the responsibility of every one of us. Learn more and get involved today.